Yeah.
But Bruno himself is an accomplished musician.
But you won't
so
pay
good.
tickets to see Indiana get drilled by Louisville.
Well, sacrifices had to be made, Marcus. Sacrifices had to be
I
made.
bet if it was Kentucky, Indiana, he would have been there.
Now, here's the thing, though. I felt like I put the Maloki on him because me and my buddy were planning on watching the game. Jeanette was like, hey, you want to watch the game? And I was like, yes, I do. She's like, I'll just go see Michelle Branch, and you can meet me there and after the game. So me and my buddy were watching it, and I'm like, yo.
Stop leaving your woman to the hooligans.
Well, I didn't. So I didn't. That was the thing. Like, I was like, Louisville's drilling him. I don't want to really leave Jeanette. I don't want to see Michelle Branch too. It's 21-0, as they say in soccer. This one's in the bag. It's fine. I'll go. And then the second we get there, 15 minutes later, I go to the Bud Light booth, get a beer, and I look on the TV. It's 21-14. I was like, what happened? What happened?
I was wondering the same. So,
and I got back to my friend, and he's like looking at his phone, and like we're pointing to each other. I'm like, what? Wait, did we just screw this? Did we just put the Maloki, the jinx? What's going on?
Texture says Bourbon and Beyond is for softies. The real concerts are this Friday and Saturday,
and I'll be there too. Chucklehead. So that's fine.
8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Feel free to jump in here and go through your experience. Okay, Steve, take us back to your Indiana experience a little bit. I like the 12 o'clock start.
I don't mind 12 o'clock starts for away games.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, I mean, I know. Again, I've said it on here, and I know it's blasphemous to say, I'm not really a tailgater. Okay, I just
that is absolutely not blasphemous for this crowd, for this fan base.
I don't know. Though,
you're allowed to have a ranging opinion on tailgating.
We have some really. I mean, I don't like knock it. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I just don't really do it.
I'm proud of you for saying that, though, because that's something that might not have been easy.
I will say this with 100% conviction. If I drank beer, I would tailgate.
Yeah.
All the time. Vodka is not really a good tailgating cocktail. Vodka goes here to here.
Oh, yeah.
A little too fast.
It's the express elevator. Yeah. I feel like that's fair.
It's not something you can sip on for hours and just eat.
That said,
for me,
if you were to partake in your liquor of choice, the best spot to find it at a tailgate is Johnny Sales' trunk. The Johnny Sales party trunk
really
is every liquor you can imagine, chopped fruit, every mixer you need, crushed ice.
I'm sorry I said really. I did know that.
The best.
I did know that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's great tailgates, Red Rage, Collision Course. We love those guys. But there's no single pound for pound.
Yes.
One man tailgate better than Johnny Sales.
I've actually went the distance with John Salzman,
like Hercules.
Disney reference. I've actually went the distance. We've pulled a couple like 5 in the mornings.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
Now, Johnny Sales can go hard.
I did know that. Yeah. Okay, I did know that.
I got a sound sheet for you. Thanks.
You do have a sound sheet. I almost sent out a company email about the sound sheets. That I'll never again will I have Jeff Brohm talk on the air and not have a cut up sound sheet. I was going to send that to you. I was going to send that to Steve. I was going to send that to Avery. I was going to send that to James. I was going to send that to Drew. I was going to send that to Mark. I was going to send that to Mark. I was going to send that to Ken. I was going to send that to Bosch. I was going to send that to everybody.
I know. But
how come you didn't mention Pops? He would have been like, wait, Nick's not doing his job. Let me jump right on this train.
Man, Nick's good. He's good. He is an A1 canceler, dude. I will say, like, I can't even be mad at him, man. Like,
I didn't even practice this. It's like a superpower that just came naturally.
What's my man that's under assault right now? Brandon, what's his name?
Oh, the guy from Michigan State.
No.
That's another whole thing.
What's his name, y'all? Who's the number one getting canceled right now? Brandel's real smart guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm not
kind of comedian.
What's the situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you allowed to talk about it?
No, I'm not. He's
Wow, it's so bad that if you even mention it, you'll get canceled.
Russell
Brand?
Yeah, Russell Brand.
What did he do?
Exactly.
Oh, Russell Brand.
Katy Perry's ex. He was
Can
everywhere
you
for
grab
like
that
2
door
years.
really quick. I know that's below your pay grade, but can you please grab that door?
Somebody got it.
Okay.
Somebody got it.
Yeah, Russell Brand. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Because round 2 was coming, and Russell Brand he was outspoken and shutting him up right now.
Nick.
Keith Pointer just texted me and said, Bud Light 10. Hey, congrats on coming out, buddy. Love is love.
Keith is sharp on it too. Yeah.
Well,
Dexter, you had it going. Yep, he's going down.
Well, my thing is I like to show up about an hour before I'm going to go in the state.
Steve, you've been spoiled by the beautiful facility that is the University of Louisville press room.
I know. Yeah, and not even that. Even if I'm just going to the game as a fan, like I'll show up now. Again, not an hour before the game, but about an hour before I'm going to go in the stadium because I'm an early stadium guy. I like being in the stadium early, and kind of watching it fill up, watching it fill in. Like that's what I like doing. So that's why I say it's not against anybody else. It's just I
called you spoiled. I'm the most spoiled person ever.
I know. You want to know, I talked to somebody yesterday, and somebody was like, "Hey, has Mark still got his parking spot?" They're like, "Man, dude, he just gets right out and gets right in." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Isn't that something? So, going into the game,
okay,
Saturday,
right.
I thought it would be more of a grind. I said this on Friday. I thought it would be more of a grind than what people thought. I kind of thought it would be flipped. Like,
you mean time-wise,
yes.
early? Okay.
I kind of thought it would be a grind early, and then late we would, like, okay, Louisville's kind of, their offense. They gave me reason to kind of dream that this was going to be just a walkout, just a blowout type game.
But they gave you reason to believe.
Yeah.
Because,
they looked pretty sharp.
It wasn't unfounded.
Yeah. I mean, they looked sharp in the first half. I mean, even in the first half, it was 21-0, and you feel like it should have been at least 24 or 28.
How many calls did you get about the first underthrown ball? That should have been a touchdown.
Oh.
or did your people hold off?
They held off.
They held off.
Yeah. Look,
I had to avoid Twitter on that one.
Let me see. Matt, the plumber hater. I know you're listening. Let's see. I'm looking.
The first long pass, people, listen. I saw it, and I saw Jamari Thrash waiting on it, and I knew he was going to catch it, Steve. And you knew as soon as he got tackled, there's no way we're going to score on this possession.
I know.
Because you just knew, like, Steve.
You got to hit those, man.
Steve, the way you have to to be therapy for this fan base, you knew when the ball was in the air, no matter how this play ends, it's going to end up with me having to do social media radio therapy for people. Like, Steve, the first wide open shot of the game, when the ball, once you saw Jamari slow down, you were, as a football guy, you knew you figured that ball's going to get to him.
Yeah.
That ball's going to get to him.
There's enough space.
Yeah,
there,
that ball's going to get to him. But you already knew no matter what happens after this catch, we're going to be talking about this underthrow.
Yeah.
When the ball was still in the air, that's how sick this job is.
But you hired Jeff Brohm because you know that's what you can get. First drive, big touchdown. Boom.
It was there.
You got to make that throw.
You got to make that throw with confidence.
And even going to now, I will say, Kevin Coleman had the dropsies.
Got to make that catch.
Yeah. I would argue you need to make both of them. The
Bell has to make that catch.
Bell, you don't track the ball that way. Even Thrash in the second half, that slant that Plummer threw to him, he drops it like y'all gotta make them plays. Now Thrash, I kind of there's enough there where you go,
thought Thrash was gonna get caught, Steve.
Yeah, he scares me. I'm like, just finish the run, man.
You want him to do the finish where he's like he's breaking the tape.
Yes,
yeah.
Just don't drop the ball.
I thought he was getting caught too.
I want to show everybody. You did too, Nikki.
Yeah, that guy had some closing speed.
But here's the thing: Thrash has the Lucas Oil board.
Yeah,
so he's looking at the board and he knows how close the guy is.
Adrian Peterson used to do that all the time. Yeah.
So he
which I hate because I'm like, y'all know it's half second off.
That's what I thought too. I was like, that would mess me up.
This is not things in the rear view mirror are closer than they appear.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't like that. There were a few throws again, because that's the story of the season so far on the negative side. Because there's not a lot to be negative
because
about.
Everything's positive. Yeah, because so much is positive.
The defense, I thought the defense was really good again. I mean, you had them 14 points. You had the one drive that kind of, they're
gonna make some plays. And again, when you're up 21-0, the calls they call are it's just like being down 10 and the 20 in basketball. You're gonna hit that 3-pointer. You're gonna throw dimes. In the first game against Georgia Tech, we were closing out that game. They give up that play on the sideline, the nice throw and catch.
Which game?
Georgia Tech. When we had the lead late and they scored the late points, to cut it.
Yes.
Like those throws when you're up 14 or up, it's easy to do.
And they had a good play. I mean, they caught the number 12. I can't remember his name now, but on Alderman one-on-one, and he just got him up.
Good. Our running back, our linebacker is not
kid's good too. The quarterback
can play.
Yeah.
Listen, he got blitz. Pressure coming in his face early. He really handled the blitz solid.
I agree.
Protected his body and got the ball off.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, man, I thought the defense was good again. I mean, they made big plays. I need Ashton and I need some of these guys to finish some of these in the backfield.
Ashton is getting the what's my guy, Aiden Hutchinson. Right? He's basically getting he got held on the last play.
Yeah.
And then he's getting the traditionalist saying, you just gotta make a play.
David.
And then you're getting the analytic guy saying
it's kind of
it's kind of getting that thing.
I'm picking on Ashton too because I'm like, he's like Thrash, you know what I mean? Like, you're a beast. Okay.
Every team has to have professionals be professionals.
But it does feel like we're getting back there and just not closing the play, So I'm like, and be a pro.
Every team we have to have at least 3 guys where we're just like, that's my boy, where you're not okay, Ashton did it in the first game. When he knocked the ball, no, it wasn't Ashton, it was Destel.
The fumble. Yeah. Well, because Ashton caused the interception.
Yeah, right, through the pressure, and he had the big sack and they stole it from him.
Yes.
Stole it from him.
Yes.
But that was a big time play. Who do we got on the line? Sorry about that. David, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
He dropped off. He just dropped off. Sorry.
Yeah. Ashton gets the treatment. Ashton Gelati gets the stay on your feet.
Yeah.
Stay on your feet. Look, you can give me I was held. You can give me I was thing, and I would agree, and I'd say, yeah, I don't care.
That's kind of where I'm at. That's why I say when it sounds like I'm picking on Ashton, I'm like, no, I know he's that good.
Yeah, you're my closer.
Yeah, I'm like, just finish.
Yeah, listen, you get graded harsher
because I don't want to say we don't get push. I think we get push.
You and I talked about this.
Yeah.
Is it kind of a mush rush?
Yes.
Like we're more concentrated into keeping you in front of us, keeping this, keeping the center closed.
And we get off the block.
Yeah, not overrunning the play and being ready to get out. Like I said, we don't give up that long run up the middle from a quarterback scrambling. So we flush.
Because we get off.
And attack,
I mean, listen, when there was one play, where we closed the pocket in, he steps up, and it might have been Ashton.
Spins backwards.
Just gets off the block, makes a play. Like, that's why I say I'm nitpicking our defense. But I thought the defense was good. Like,
and interceptions, got to take advantage.
The one stretch where the defense struggled, I think, was we had a stretch offensively where either the offense, either they just were on the field for short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was one drive where the offense going in towards the end of the
big
third
98
quarter. Well, no, the offense didn't score.
Okay.
Our offense didn't, but we kept the ball for a little bit longer than normal.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, it feels like our defense got time to rest here. Sure enough, man, they were rested up. They come out. So it's like, okay, that's a key. You know, a key to the season is going to be that.
Defensively, a Big Ten team is going to get you off balance for a play or two, or for a possession or two. They're going to get you off balance. You know, hey, we're expecting a run. You hit us with a shock pass.
Yeah.
Now we're you think you got some with the pass, and it's just
sure.
Yeah, I think we got off balance that one. Like just like in the Georgia Tech game, just like Coach Brohm said, we showed them the same look a couple times too many. Yeah. You know, when you're confident in your players to stop somebody one-on-one or something, you just show them one-on-one one too many times. And I understand that. That's showing you got a lot of confidence in your players, not taking any risk. You're trusting your guys to keep everything in front of you. They just get you. It's anticipated, call, I got you. As far as we can call it nitpicking, we can say, okay, our critiques are based on what we're going to need to go Boston College, North Carolina State, Notre Dame. What are we going to need to survive Boston College, North Carolina State, and Notre Dame? And believe it or not, Boston College just got a lot harder, and we needed that. But we're still going to do Indiana. We're still going to have a conversation. Yep. Jeff Brohm coming up in approximately 30 minutes. I tell you what, we'll take our first commercial break. Middays with Marcus Baby Night, 39 DeVille.
Saving up for your goals should be effortless. That's why Commonwealth Credit Union invented Roundup. Roundup automatically puts money into your savings account by rounding up every purchase to the nearest dollar. In fact, last year, our members saved $5.5 million just through Roundup. We'll even match your savings for the first 90 days. Visit ccuky.org/Roundup to learn more and make your savings effortless. Only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA. Call us 1-800-228-6420 for details.
As football season arrives, the DFH company wants to know, which are you more concerned about? Your AC unit getting to the goal line, or your heating system making the opening kickoff? Right now, when you buy a complete train system, receive 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit.
I'm about to do something not fun. I'm about to look at my bank account, see how much I spent at Bourbon and Beyond this weekend. Oh,
you should wait till after next weekend.
Over under.
You on YouTube?
All right, set an over under, boys. No. How much I spent?
Catch that phone.
I got it. It's Adrian. Adrian. By the way, dude, being in a bridal party is overrated as fuck.
It's expensive.
Dude, $250 for a damn. Like, I was bitching about like my tux rental, and man, don't get me wrong, blessed, so happy to be in it with my boy Kevin Mullins. But I was like, damn, $250 for a freaking tux rental. And Jeanette was like, shut the fuck up. She was like, I got to get my dress, I got to get my hair, I got to get my makeup. I'm dropping like $500 right at least. Yeah, she was like, you shut your mouth.
I get it, though, man. I get it.
Let's see here. 15, 27. That's 37. My bad. 57, 90, 120. 40.
They give me for 5 rats.
170. Damn. 220. Sitting at about 250 for 2 days. Jesus.
State agent Juan Gomez is
250 for 2 days.
from starting a new policy to bundling.
Nah, could have been worse.
You said you enjoyed yourself. 250.
Yeah, I made friends with a lot of people, so it was a lot of you buy me one, I buy you one. You know what I mean?
See how you can start saving with Allstate. That's GOMES insuranceagency.com. Savings vary, subject
Yeah, free tickets too. I can't bitch.
Iron Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook.
However, next week gonna be a couple. Hey, babe, why don't you grab this beer?
You got this. Arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Yeah. Be royalty free today, right? Yeah. Okay.
Tickets for Louisville football are on sale. Join 50,000 of your closest friends at L&N Stadium this season for marquee matchups, in-state rivals, and ACC foes. Visit gocards.com/FB tickets or call the ticket office at 502-852-5151 to purchase today.
Are you looking for a career that makes a difference? Subway Services is hiring change makers to impact the lives of our community with services that include mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities. Our diverse team of mission-focused individuals includes a wide range of professional and support roles. Enjoy a generous compensation package, tuition reimbursement, student loan assistance, paid clinical supervision, and career development opportunities. 7 County Services. It's more than a career, it's a purpose.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Kevin Harlan here from Westwood One, inviting you to join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner every Monday this season. It's Westwood One's 45th year of bringing you primetime NFL games, and the schedule is packed with great matchups. Plus, you'll hear Rich Eisen from the studios with interviews and the latest news around the NFL. Don't miss any of the action every week on Monday Night Football.
Coverage begins tonight at 7 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville.
Well, it's great to come out with a win. I thought our guys competed hard for 4 quarters. It was, touch and go in the second half, but we found a way to toughen it up when we needed to and get a great stop. Tremendous job by our defense and our coaches to have a good plan there on the goal line.
I'll work on that fade out. Sorry.
Run it naked on 1st and 1 and take a little chance and put it on our quarterback to get outside. He did a good job running, get the first down, and then we ran and got some first downs when he needed to. So to me, that's a sign of a pretty decent football team. So we got to build off that. Of course, we love to play better in the second half. I think, we talked about a lot. The onside kick was coming at the start of the second half. So it was talked about a lot. Obviously, the plan wasn't good enough. So we got to do a better job of that, because we did, recognize that was probably coming. So that was disappointing. But you know what? They played hard to the end. So I'm proud of them. As we tell our team every week, every game's going to be like Georgia Tech, and now every game's going to be like Georgia Tech and Indiana. And then from here on, that's how it's got to be. And you got to be able to be tough enough to hang in there and make more plays than they do, and figure out a way to score more points than they do. And it's good to get out with a win.
That is why Steve tells you he's so comfortable with Jeff Brohm. When you hear that press conference immediately following the game, and in the opening statement, he goes straight to you and says, "We knew the onside kick was coming."
Yeah.
And then you think about it and you say, you know what? He knew the onside kick was coming because of his history of scouting Indiana. He knows the onside kick was coming because of the way we handled the onside kick against Georgia Tech. Not the cleanest. So he had every reason to believe down 21-0. This guy does like his shock plays too. Man, knew it was coming.
It was a good onside kick.
It was an excellent onside kick. It bounced up perfect, but we had a guy right there in position. I would, who was it? Who was it right there in position to catch that? Because it bounced up perfect for him. It's set up for him to go at.
Yeah.
Onside kicks are tough too because you have to attack the ball.
Oh, God.
And you have to risk it. I'm not saying that's the easy thing. You got to decide to pull the trigger before it hits the 10-yard mark. You got to read that situation. It's a tough call. But like I said, after last time, I would say, yeah, you should expect that we're gonna see, and we're gonna see one again. Probably against Boston College.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. And we're going to have Coach Brohm at 11 o'clock talking to the media. And I'm sure he'll mention this. But, I mean, Boston College, it was perfect for us. I mean, I'm like, y'all did enough to where now, hey.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure we bow tied up Indiana. But I do agree with you.
Okay. Yeah.
Just coming out of Indiana. Let me get the phone lines. Who do we got right there?
Adrian.
Adrian, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, what's up, Mark? What's up, Steve?
Feeling good.
Hey, I was up there, man. Hey, it seemed like a home game for us, man. Only thing I got to say is that I hope our defensive line gets some holding calls in the near future because we've getting held the whole game. But other than that, I just want to say we came out with the win, and I'll be there Saturday. So I'll see y'all there if y'all there.
Appreciate the call. How close were we to blowing the doors off that game? Because here's the thing, Steve.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose that feeling that you had when you were close to blowing the doors off the game.
Oh, sure.
Because you could have would you agree with that statement?
Yeah.
You could have easily put up a big time number on Indiana if you complete 2 more passes that should have been completed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go back. I mean, but again, that's been kind of the story in the 2 Power 5 games we've played. I mean, you go back against Georgia Tech and you're like, man, you left. You go back against Indiana and you're like, man, you left, But the problem is they all kind of come from Plummer.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Jake.
Is our offensive line spoiling Plummer? Okay, I'm asking this question.
Yeah,
because this is it's a raised antenna. You're getting a lot of time early on. I'm not sure you're going to have this much time all season. If you got this much time, you're throwing off your back foot and being inconsistent with this much time.
Yeah.
Should I worry about that? Because like I said, I know the coach is going to be designed to speed him up. I know Steve suggests that maybe he is what he is. I know Marcus is being forced to entertain that a little more, right? But I'm watching these plays over and over again. And I'm like, listen, he doesn't have the pressure in his face enough to make bad decisions. To make inconsistent throws.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if my line is spoiling him a little bit right now to where he thinks I can look at a receiver, watch him run a couple steps, then decide, no, he's probably covered. Go to the next receiver. I could throw it, but let me find the last guy. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he's going through his progressions a little slower because of how good our line is, but sometimes it's some pressure situations where guys, with some bullets are flying, he's making faster decisions when he knows there are going to be guys closer to his face. So kind of let me what you think on both of those. Who do got, Nikki? Sorry about that.
Jake,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, Marcus. Hey, Steve. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely.
You all had asked what we need to get through the next 3 games: Boston College, NC State, Notre Dame. And I submit we need more pressure on quarterback. And I'm not a fan of the 4-3 defense. I feel like it's a little opposite.
I'm sorry. Do you want extra blitzers or just better work with the 4 down?
We need more blitzes. The 4-3 front. I mean, in the era of the mobile quarterback, which we are completely in now,
4 down linemen, even if they get there, or even if 1 or 2 of them get there, most of these semi-mobile quarterbacks are going to be able to move the pocket and get away. But if you're sending backers and DBs, they've got the speed to chase these quarterbacks down. And being honest, our 4 down linemen, they're good. They're not great. So me personally, I prefer the 3-4 scheme so you can get more speed on the field. As far as Jack Plummer goes, I think he kind of is what he is, guys. He's able to run the offense. I don't see him stepping in to many throws, kind of like Malik did last year, throwing off his back foot a lot, not really stepping in. That's why you're seeing a lot of these air balls, for lack of a better term, just floaters out there coming up short. But thank you all for taking my call.
Appreciate the call.
Okay, man.
Now, I'll say this. Not hitting him in perfect stride is not missing him. You know,
no, I don't think he's missing.
Yeah, he's completing. He's accurate. The timing needs to be better. The leading, the accuracy needs, it's accurate, but needs to be better accuracy. And to your
Brohm 9.
Okay. Let's see what Coach Brohm had to say on Jack Plummer.
Well, when we recruited Jack way back at Purdue, the thing that stood out is he was athletic, and he could run around and scramble and make some plays, and was a pretty good passer as well. He was under-recruited, and we got him to come to us. And he's got to know that, and we talk about every game, 2 to 5 times when we call pass play, you're going to have to run the ball. It's not open. They have good coverage. Somebody falls down. You get pressure. So that's got to be in your mind. And I thought overall did a really, really good job. The one time we threw the interception, he's trying to make a big play. He could have ran for the first down. So from there, it was, hey, let's be smart. You don't have to force the touchdown passes. Just be efficient. When we got that last drive, we could have ran the ball there, but on first down, we ran it naked with him, a bootleg to get him on the edge, and he did a great job. They had it covered, but they didn't cover him. And then he made another good run as well. And then, we ran the ball with our running back as well and got some yards. So that was good job by our offensive line and offense to move it at the end. But Jack, he's just going to continue to get better. I think, he had a really good first half. He was efficient. He's throwing the ball. He's putting it on the money. And then we just got to continue to, find ways to score points.
When you listen to that tone, do you feel like he was generally happy? Listen, that was a gutsy call, the naked boot when we were in the shadow of our own goal post, late when we needed a good drive to get out of it. So it was good call. And we probably going to have to say this, underrated athletically.
He really is, man. I mean, listen.
Yeah, there goes that strikes again.
Listen, I'll say this, man. I'm not like in game, I get mad, but I mean, when you look at the totality of a game so far, Jack Plummer there's enough there for me that makes me go, hey, I'm still sticking here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, he does hit some big plays. I mean, he does a lot of big plays. I mean, think about how many 50-plus yards touchdown. I mean, he's got at least one a game, right? I mean, like it's not that's a normal occurrence.
Does that one
now.
But you listen, Steve. You don't have to soft shoe that. Every time you see that, you say that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, of course.
Of course, that's doing Jack a huge disservice.
Yeah.
But
it does make you go. I mean, I did find myself a couple times going, man, we do get a guy that can sling it out there. It'll be really good.
and this is the last thing. Well, unless you got something else, this is the last thing I'll say on the Jack Plummer thing. I think he has an arm. Okay. I think he has an arm. I think he has the ability to fire the football.
Yeah.
I think I used to say this about Lamar. If Lamar would only get Lamar's accuracy would only get off when somebody dropped one of his hot footballs.
Yes.
Whenever somebody dropped a hot,
it happened a lot.
Yeah, we led the nation.
I was gonna say,
we led the nation in drops, I think, or we were top, like one of the tops in the nation in drops. And I'm telling you, every time somebody would miss a perfect, slant route and he dropped it, then you can almost guarantee the next 3 plays were like Jack's throwing now. Let me try to soften it up for him. Let me try to lead him a little more, but throw it lighter so we can run into it. Let me make some kind of adjustment for, and it's like almost like you almost have to get the quarterback and the coach on the same page where you say, hey, no, you throw it harder.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get a quarterback who just wants to make the play. It's like, no, but you have to meet him here. There was a video. Video came out last weekend. My New Orleans quarterback now is from the Raiders, right?
Okay.
What's his name?
Not Drew Brees.
That's funny. I knew you were gonna say that.
Derek Carr.
I was gonna say that too. Late game, Derek Carr says, he goes over to his guy. He says, hey man, I'm gonna get you this play. We're gonna try to go kill this game. We're gonna try to win it. He goes to his receiver. He says, man, I need you to run. Like run away from him.
Yeah.
Like as hard as you can. And see, it's like one of those things. Like it's almost like you have to have that conversation between Thrash and Plummer, where he says, hey man, throw it out there, man. I'll go get it. Like if I'm Thrash, if I'm the coach, if I'm Deion Branch, you know what I'm saying? Say, hey man, just go tell him, just, like I say, Plummer has enough on his mind trying to run the system.
Mm-hmm.
But if Thrash just says, hey man, I'm faster than these dudes. And if you throw the ball, it's kind of like, you remember I used to say Jerry Rice wasn't really fast, but when the ball's in the air, he has extra, extra speed. I mean, some people just run like that. Yeah, if Thrash goes to Plummer and says, hey man, you're not going to overthrow me. And if you do, you know what I'm saying, I'll stay by and do more sprints, just err on the side of, anything deep, err on the side of throwing it out in front of me, man. But I think once you get that agreement, don't ever underthrow me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that agreement. Coach, Plummer, Thrash, Coach, Plummer, Bell.
Yeah.
Bell gotta catch that
ball. Well, Bell, that was a great throw. Like you gotta catch that.
That was
Coleman,
a perfect throw.
You gotta make those plays, man. Like, like that's on y'all. Even though I was a little mad at Plummer on that interception, just because I was like, man,
bad decision.
Third down. Like it ended up being a great decision.
That's the one he said you could have ran.
It hit you right in the chest. But still, I'm like double coverage as opposed to just get the first, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the defense on the sideline.
And with Coach Brohm saying we actually recruited him because he can run.
Yeah. But then I say that, but if he completes that, then you're like, Plummer's a genius. So like I don't like to just crap on him for that play and then not admit like, but if it's all, if you catch the ball that hits you square in the chest.
Okay, decision making overall, what kind of grade would you give him?
I still think he's good. I still think he's probably an A.
He played good football.
He makes the right decision.
No, a mistake that he makes is just a mistake. It's not a.
Knock on wood. I'm probably cursing him this week, but it's not like he had the. Where he's throwing that, Jack? The pick he had, was right off our guy's chest.
And the defense wasn't necessarily watching where the quarterback was. So he had just a chance to get a pass interference.
Yeah.
Come back to the ball. You trust the guy you put out there.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, I give you that. We can talk about it now. Like you said, it's a punt. It turns into being a punt.
Well, ultimately, it was third down. Yeah.
Listen, people, before we go any further, let me give a quick reminder. Calling all sports fans in Kentucky. In just a few short weeks, DraftKings Sportsbook will be live in your state. Starting September 28th, you'll be able to bet on all your favorite sports from the comfort of your own home with DraftKings. To celebrate, all new customers will receive $200 in bonus bets on launch day when you sign up today using promo code THEVILLE. The DraftKings Sportsbook app offers parlays, props, and so much more on all your favorite sports. You'll feel the thrill of the game like never before. Don't wait to download DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Sign up with code THEVILLE. Get $200 in bonus bets once mobile sports betting goes live. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. Coming soon to Kentucky with code THEVILLE. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 over, physically present in Kentucky. Subject to regulatory and licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Bonus bets must be wagered one time, and the stake is not included in the winnings. Terms of sportsbook.draftkings.com/KY. What is going to be your legal sports betting in Kentucky first official bet? Because it has to be something ceremonial, right?
Yeah.
A lot of talk going by today, Steve.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
like,
I'm like, it's like a volleyball.
Yeah,
Like
right.
tall women.
Yeah,
like
right.
really tall women. I'm like, elite. Man, the first bet probably over basketball.
Throw it on out there.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all hit me with, I'm going over.
Go over on basketball.
Just throw it on that. I asked you that question. What would be? Let me see if it's going to be on the 28th. Brown Coach of the Year, ACC.
Yeah, like 4-0.
Just take
5-0.
Take the money line.
Yeah, I bet.
Jeff Brohm, money line.
Yeah. Okay.
Coach of the Year. What else? Brock Travis. Oh no, he shanked one.
Yeah, missed.
He shanked one.
He missed the field goal and shanked the punt. I don't even want to talk about. Brock's in the total doghouse right now for me.
He is absolutely not in the doghouse, Steve.
I don't want to talk.
Did you see Coach Brohm after he came over there?
Yes,
he said, "Keep your head up. That's my call."
Yeah,
I
don't care.
The one Coach Brohm. That was the one. That was the one. Coach, he's been perfect.
No, Brock, get better.
No, Coach. Brock has been blasting this football.
I'm angry at Brock.
I don't want rugby style kick from Brock.
I don't. No, Brock. Figure it out, dude. Figure it out. Coach Brohm tells you to do that. It's the right. It's the right thing.
And you're indoors.
Brohm doesn't make mistakes.
Hit the field goal. Right. I do agree with you on the field goal. Hit the field goal. But you knew that was going to miss it because we didn't get.
No. I listen. I was chatting with you at the time, and I said, "Here's the problem. We don't deserve this. So it's going to miss." And then sure enough, it missed. And like I didn't even react to it. I was just like, "Oh yeah, it missed." You know, well, yeah, you didn't deserve.
And you said we didn't deserve that.
Yeah. It's like the football gods were like, "No."
Okay, well let's get this last piece of elephant out the room.
Okay.
Cincinnati.
I can't stole that from me, dude. I cannot believe it. I was going to come on here and call it Cincinnati.
We were on the phone, and I said Cincinnati, right? And Steve and I both knew that was good at the moment, right? And Steve said he's going to hurry up and tweet it out so he can get it on record. Did you see Cincinnati go Cincinnati?
Do you know I watched the post game and it sent shiver down my spine, dude?
Oh my God! Listen, I want you to right now go to YouTube. It's on there. It's on
so
there.
Cringy,
I want you to hit just a random spot somewhere inside
to the middle.
Just hit a middle spot, and I just want y'all to enjoy this
water.
I want y'all to enjoy this 1 minute of Zen. Let's go.
That's more stuff on him. I thought, other than a couple decisions, I thought he played really good. I thought he played gutsy tonight. He ran the ball hard, made some great throws. One of them he rushed for 100 yards, looks like here, and threw the ball pretty nice. I think he'd like to have him pick right before half back. We took that pick, but other than that, I thought he played very solid. Speaking of Rubber Dam, first pick
is that Mark? That's that Dennis?
Is that what you wanted to see for every day? Well, absolutely not.
Kudos to Dennis for going all the way up there.
In coverage on that play. And, no, you ask anybody in our locker room who we had defended was number 10. Our whole team knew that. Offense players, they didn't know. So that was a miscommunication.
Did that give you Florida State?
I don't want to hear anymore.
Listen, just so people know, you know what he was explaining? How he had 600 plus yards and all these yards in the middle of the field, and he couldn't score in the red zone.
Oh, they missed a 25-yard field goal to win the game. Went to overtime. Had first and goal one and didn't score against Miami of Ohio. Oh, dude, Cincinnati.
Their
went.
fan base. Oh my
Oh my
God.
God! I went to the I went to the comments and to their message boards, and it was just like, I can't live like this.
Meanwhile, Nikki, can you hit number 3 for us? Thank you very much.
Give me a second. So I'll close the window. My bad.
Yes.
Listen. You, Coach Daddy, come on. I'm giving you a hard time. You can't get stopped by Miami, Ohio. On the goal.
They're like, we haven't lost Miami, Ohio in like 30 years.
17 years.
Yeah, 17 years.
Something crazy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, they were so mad. Like I said, and you could see kind of the Louisville fan base hanging out in their chat rooms a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's
Y'all
okay.
were dirty for that too.
Meanwhile, in Louisville, on the goal line.
Well, when it was at the 2, we had an idea that it's probably going to be a pass or play action or get out on the edge. When it got to half yard, we thought either a quarterback sneak first, and then when the big back came in, then that was the second choice. So we worked on our goal line package. We had a lot of big bodies in there. We stemmed at the last minute to try to get them to snap it early. I don't know if it affected them a little bit or not, but we got in there. So because of the stem and movement, we got in there quick. Penetrated and stopped the run and really did a great job with it. So that's not easy to do. So that's just all out effort and some good coaching by our defensive coaches, and we had to have it to win.
They really got off the ball on that play. Tried to get them to jump as well.
They did good, man.
They sure did. They fired off the ball.
Yeah,
that was the big time stop too. Did you have confidence in that?
I was like, man, I don't know. It was, but I mean, the moment the play was, the moment they snapped the ball,
You could just tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was immediate.
We were 2 yards. Yeah, we were 2 yards in their backfield.
Yes.
The only thing that could happen is a full bounce off, where the guy bounced off the pile.
Yeah,
and ends up
had to
stumbling.
finish the play.
Yeah. Ends up stumbling,
But we ate that line of scrimmage up, man.
and like maybe he would have got to the pylon or something. I tell you what, people, we're gonna have Jeff Brohm come up soon. We're gonna keep Nikki on track. Quick commercial break. Fun. First
Country
hour.
music.
93 Deville.
Haley Morgan loves her ring.
Sports fans, this fall, your national runner-up Louisville volleyball team will host 3 marquee matchups at the KFC Yum Center. Matches will include a rivalry game versus Kentucky, a showdown with Stanford, and a Final Four rematch against Pitt. 3 match packages are available now for $36. Go to gocards.com/VPYum to secure yours today. Single match tickets will be $15 for adults and $11 for youth and will go on sale in early August.
Country music singer-songwriter Kylie Morgan loves her ring from Genesis Diamonds.
I wanted something simple and with the stone that I loved, and that's exactly what he got. And then we dressed it up a little bit with the wedding bands, got a little firework action looking around it, and he definitely killed it when it came to choosing the ring.
Kylie's then fiance Jay did a lot of research, but chose Genesis because of the reputation, the quality, the personal service, and of course, the value.
Any man can walk through that door and know that, he's not going to be upsold or pressured to buy anything.
Kylie ended up writing a collection of songs about her bridal experience, including the viral sensation Bridesmaids.
I had at least 1,000 DMs asking from future brides where I got my ring, who I worked with because of the viral song. I think everyone kind of just looked at me as the person to ask.
Kylie's advice to all those girls?
Go to Genesis. It's been a great experience and we'll take care of you.
Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that will get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Turtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection system, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, ops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
The Elevate NIL program is helping Louisville student athletes maximize their earning potential through name, image, and likeness. If you're a business or individual interested in working with U of L student athletes, sign up now for the Cards NIL Exchange at gocards.com/cards NIL Exchange, or support with a gift to the 502 Circle Collective at 502circle.com. Louisville is at the forefront of college athletics, and you can have a direct impact on its success. Go Cards!
We head out to Jeff Brohm's press conference, courtesy of U of L Health, making it possible. That's the power of you.
Play as clean as game as possible and find a way to win. Well, you definitely, based on the last game, they can play football. They're well coached. They've made corrections over the first couple of weeks and played their best game. So that's a sign of a good football team. Like I said, I think they found their quarterback who can run around, make plays. They're for over 300 yards, ran for almost 100 yards in the last game against the top teams in the country. So, we'll have our hands full, and we'll have to figure out ways to be efficient, like I said, and clean things up as much as we can and find ways to score and get stops. But this will be a really good test for us.
Jeff, when you look at them on tape, the quarterback, what do you see with him, and how big is it to contain him and keep him, kind of bottled up?
Well, if you base it on the last game, he looked like a more athletic Russell Wilson. He can run around and make plays. He can throw the football. He can distribute it. He had a really good football game against a good defense. So I think that, when you have a quarterback who's playing well and confident, it really can carry the team. So, we're going to have to find ways to disrupt him and account for him in the run game as well, and challenge routes and figure out ways to get after the quarterback. So it'll be a really good test for our defense.
After 3 games, what are the primary things that you've learned about your team?
Well, the main thing is I think our guys really work hard. They're willing to fight and scrap and find a way to win. They're not afraid to look in the mirror after every game and point the finger at ourselves first and figure out what we can fix and get better. And they play to the end. So without question, nothing's been perfect. It normally never is not. But these guys understand what it takes to win. And, when you're playing really good football teams, you can try to have a perfect game and make all the plays and be clean, but that's really probably not going to happen. The other team's good too, and they're well coached. So, they're going to make plays as well. We have to find ways to make a few more plays than them and score a few more points than them. So I just think eliminating big mistakes, the turnovers, not giving up big plays, being smart in how we play the game, all those things matter. Being efficient on special teams, all those things matter. And if you do that, then hopefully at the end you have more points than they do. But that's what this game is about, in my opinion. The small details matter. And while you want to try to win every rep, you're not. You just have to win more than they do.
Jeff, while it hasn't been perfect and there are things to clean up, how encouraged are you by the 3-0 start to the season?
Well, we're happy that we found a way to win. That's every week. And we try to narrow down to a 1-game season and not worry about anything else. Whether you win or lose, you got to come back the next week and find a way to win. It's just a matter of sometimes after a win, are you going to relax too much and pat yourself on the back, or are you going to be hungry and find a way to get better? And sometimes after a loss, you know what, you normally, you don't hang your head and feel sorry for yourself. You're going to work hard to find a way to get better. So we have to be hungry this week and understand that in order to win conference football games, we have to try to play our best football every week and make improvements.
When you look back at Saturday, it seemed like Jack had maybe a step forward, another really good step forward in one of the better games. Did you see that? I mean, I know he's made some mistakes, like you said, but did you see that he made improvement?
I think so. I think Jack really works hard. He wants to win. He's a good leader. You know, in today's age of football, there's going to be some plays that maybe aren't going to be open, or a receiver's going to slip and fall, or maybe somebody's going to miss a block. And you have to be able to make some plays with your feet. And you can't call the perfect play and get perfect execution every time. In order to do that, you have to be smart with the football and learn when to tuck it and run and buy some time to allow some guys to get open. I thought he did a much better job of that. You know, he's got to get us some yards in the running game. You know, with before every game, we'll go up and tell him, hey, 2 to 5 times a game, you're going to have to tuck the ball and run on a pass play. We'll give you a few other runs, but on a pass play, you're going to have to tuck it and run. And if it's cleaner than that, great. We played a tremendous game, but it's normally not going to be. So I think he was able to use his feet to get some better rhythm as well, in my opinion. You know, he made some good throws. We had probably more drops than we like to, but you know, he can continue to work on throwing with conviction, standing in there, throwing it on time, and then when things aren't there, he's got to be decisive enough and willing to run the football and get yards.
Jeff, right now, I mean, obviously still early in the season, but Jawar is top 10, 20 statistically in the country in a couple of different areas, obviously averaging over 100 yards a game. Has there been a player that you can maybe compare him to that you've coached, and how does that just kind of help you to, continue with him and his improvement?
Well, Jawar works really hard. He's very humble, really good teammate. You know, he's a little nicked up last week in practice, didn't practice as much, so he came out and gutted it out and played a really good football game. He's very talented, elusive with the ball, but yet he'll lower his pads and run. I think we got a good running back room. He knows that as well, where there's other running backs that we feel confident spreading the wealth to a little bit and giving him the ball and taking a little pressure off him. But, you know, those are guys that need to touch the ball. So, you know, whether it's by air or putting it right in their gut for the run play, we have to allow them to run and go make plays. And Jawar stood out last week as one of those guys. Maurice had a couple good runs. Isaac runs hard. You know, that room has done a good job. You know, take care of the ball. They haven't fumbled. Our O-line has come off the ball and knocked some people back. And in order to be a good football team, a high-caliber team, you have to be good at both passing and running. And that doesn't mean it's got to be perfectly balanced, but, you know, if the defense is going to test you and make you throw the ball, you got to be good throwing it. If the team's going to play the pass and play coverage, you got to be good at running it. So I think we've made some progress at getting efficient at both, and we're going to need both of those components to be really good moving forward, and that means making plays in the passing game, getting more guys to make plays in the passing game, spreading the ball around in that, and continuing to be sound and solid in the running game.
Obviously, the safety positions have gotten tough, as we know, but you've got two guys that seemingly have stepped up on the next man up mentality and performed well. Your thoughts on how Devin and Cam have performed, in addition, how's Josh D'Angelo? Is that depth chart starting to fill back in?
Well, we have suffered some early losses there as far as injury-wise, which is going to happen every year. Luckily, we built some depth up in the defensive backfield, and it's come to really help us because those guys have had to step up. You know, Devin Neal has played football. He gives everything he's got. He's tough. He understands the game. He's from in-state here. He wants to win. Gives us great effort every game. Cam Kelly has transferred in. He got here late, so learning and getting up to speed, you know, took a little longer than you would like, but now that he's getting back in the groove, he's done a good job. I think Josh Minkins was probably close enough to play if we needed him, but we were able to give him one more week of rest. So I expect him to be fully healthy, or at least close to it. And then D'Angelo had been out for a while. Got him in towards the end of last week in practice, and he did some good things. And then a little bit he was in there, he did a good job. So he needs to continue to get even healthier and be a big part of that, because we do need some depth. We need a little bit of rotation there and keep those guys hungry and fresh. But yes, that position health-wise hopefully will be a little better this week.
Jeff, you compare the BC quarterback to a more athletic Russell Wilson. Isn't that kind of comparing him to a young Jeff Brohm?
Yeah. That's your comment. I do appreciate that, but you know what? Everybody has their own unique style. You know, this guy has got some strength to him when he runs the ball. You know what? He's playing with a lot of confidence to put up those numbers against Florida State when they're probably one of the hottest teams in the country. That's impressive. And I think when a team sees their quarterback play well and play confident, it really juices up the rest of the team. I think it's what you saw. You saw a team that had some fight. They took Florida State right down to the wire, had a chance to win it, and I think they'll continue to build off that. So that's why it's a concern to us is that we have to try to contain him better. We have to try to limit the yards he puts up. We have to do things to make him feel comfortable, and that's what we're going to have to figure out this week and plan accordingly. Is that he cannot play that efficient against us, so we'll have a long day.
Already in the top 10 for yards per play and available yards. How early it is in the season and how efficient it's been going. What's made some of these guys who are running this offense the first time so comfortable?
Well, our guys work hard. It's important that we continue to find ways to get big plays. I think if you want to win football games, you have to find ways to get big plays, and that's either in the passing game or running game. It's either by great individual play or it's by great design that gives those guys a chance to get open and make those plays. So, being good at running the ball, having play action off of it to take shots and hit them, and then being efficient in the controlled passing game is all vital to success. And I think we have all those elements. We work it a lot. We got to continue to be as efficient as we can because it's going to be important that long drives and scoring is hard to do. You got to find a way to do it, but as many times as we can get quicker points within the realm of the offense, the better off we'll be. And I think we built a good lead in the first half. Unfortunately, had the onside kick that kind of got the momentum back for them. They scored right after it, and then they kind of took off from there. But we need to just make sure that for 4 quarters we're playing as efficient as we can.
Jeff, 3 games in, a lot of the pressure you guys have been sending from the defensive line hasn't been getting home and into the backfield. You guys have generated a ton of sacks and tackles for loss early in the season. Why do you think that is, and how concerning is that?
Well, we look at it every week, and you have to have the right balance of pressure and all-out pressure and one-man pressures and two-man pressures, being able to cover and all those things. So we'll continue to look at it. Yes, we want to try to create more pressure and sacks. That's important to us. In the end, the bottom line is winning and keeping points down and yards down. We had a couple chances in the backfield that didn't land the last game, so we need to figure out what exactly, how can we help that do a better job. I think if you look at us, even on offense, we gave up 2 sacks, and they really were covered sacks. It wasn't because they brought pressure. They just covered guys long enough that we had to hold the ball. So having that perfect combination of bringing heat and pressure and also, all right, how can we maybe lock things up better and cover tighter on certain situations to allow them some more time to get in there. So that's the balance you have to have. But, yes, we're going to look hard again at how can we create more pressure and sacks and affect the quarterback. And that'll always be something we look at every week.
You said when you win, you have to stay hungry. When you lose, you can't hang your head. Your team is 3-0. People saying good things about them. So maintaining the hungriness is what you're working at. As a coach, what have you learned through the years on how you maintain that hungriness when your team is doing it?
Well, I think that's one of our strengths. We try to coach the same every week, whether you win or lose. I think that you have to, in my opinion, at least we do. We treat everything as a 1-game season. I know that sounds dull and boring, but you have to think that way because you can really look down the road too much as a player. I know fans do, which is great and fine and fun. We love it. But for a player, you can't look down the road. You're going to get distracted. You're going to either feel too good about where you could be going because you played a good game, or you're going to feel really bad about, my gosh, we have such a long hill to climb up here and can really affect your work ethic. So because of that, you know what, you just have to erase the last game and the previous games, and obviously make corrections. But you got to work hard to win. You got to say, hey, we got to go figure out a way to win this game. Period. And give everything you got, coaches, players. You lay it on the line. You play to the end. You stay in the moment. You stay aggressive if you can, and then you hope that at the end of the game you have more points than they do. Now, when that's over, when you win or lose, you're going to have a few people pat you on the back, or a few people tell you that you're not very good. You should have done this better, and you got to just block it out. And you got to understand every week is a new challenge. Every team you play is competitive. Every team you play has a chance to win. If we don't play our best, or we're not improving every week, we're not going to get to where we want to go. So I just think, us coming to work every day, working with our guys, having a smile on our face at times, and know when to push them and motivate them is always important. And you just kind of have to stay locked in on that. I've been on numerous teams where we've started not the way you wanted. We found a way to move back up the ladder. Last year we started 1-2 at Purdue and found a way to get to the Big Ten championship game. So that happens, all the time. And I was at University of Illinois last year there as an assistant. We started 6-0 in the top 20. We lost our next 6. So, that's how the season can go. And if you're not treating it as a one-game season, as a player internally, the games probably won't go in your favor if you can't keep that mindset.
Your first game was a Thursday at home, was a Thursday night game, great atmosphere. Now you get Saturday. I know that the landscape has changed with the portal and all, but you'll have some recruits here. And for that, your recruiting staff, how big is it to get kids here during games?
Well, it's always great to have them here during games. It's great for them to see the great setup we have here, the stadium, the fan support. This is an NFL-style stadium with everything you need and more. And then, of course, winning is what matters as well. So all those things tie together. We got to continue to press forward, figure out a way to win this game. And I just think if you can build up those things weekly and stack them up and try to pick things back up when you take a misstep, then that recruiting matters even more. But like everything, winning is the main thing that we're trying to do here, and will help every aspect of recruiting if we can win football games.
I don't think that was their last sucks. Is that kind of the new incentive now for the guys?
Well, we have all kinds of little things we like to do, but sacks are important. I know it's talked about a lot, and we're looking at it again. But I think always test you as coaches is, how can we get more pressure, or how can we cover better? Because it kind of works both ways, just like I said before. But we want our guys, negative plays, tackles for loss, sacks can really, change the whole outlook of someone's drive. And normally you can get off the field and give the ball to the other team. Last week we only had 10 drives on offense. So every drive matters now, especially with the change in the clock a little bit. So, any negative plays we can get, we're going to work hard to get. Okay, thank you.
That game did seem to go pretty fast, didn't it?
It was, yeah, especially the first half. First half flew by.
Pretty fast game.
I was like, whoa. Yeah. Of course, time flies when you're having fun, too. The first half, I was like, man, this is great.
I'll be having lunch.
Defense is balling. Yeah, look, we're throwing the ball all over the place.
Okay, so did anything jump out? Again, 8150 93.9 is the number, 3831 93.9 is the text line. Before I let Steve respond to that, let me take a good chance to remind everybody, as I asked Steve to hit the temperature control, that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one can have. If you agree with that sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 studios, for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Yeah, a couple things. He talks about Josh Mankins being close to being back, and getting D'Angelo Hutchinson back.
Does Josh Minkins speed up his rehab after last thing?
Well, no, I don't think so. But I mean, the other safeties are playing good.
That's what I'm saying. Just kind of your natural instinct is just saying,
yeah. I mean Cam Kelly's had some good plays.
had an interception.
Yeah, Devin Neal's played well. I mean, we have, and Coach Brohm talked about it. We have depth there now, and that's good. That's good because we've needed it. You know, we needed it going into the season because we didn't know we were going to have so many injuries in the secondary. You know,
And he had a comment. Can you go to 4 really quick, Nikki? Do you have 4 anywhere nearby? This is just kind of cleaning up the defensive side of the ball.
Well, TJ is a great leader. I was lucky enough to play with his dad and hard-nosed and tackled and played to the end and never complained one bit. His son is just like him, very productive. He's a great leader by example. He'll tackle and hit you. I mean, it's remarkable how similar he is to his father. But he's just really embraced his role. He's a great teammate. He wants to win, and he carries a lot of self-confidence. And, you know, if you're going to run it at him, he's going to tackle you. He's going to hit you. So great team effort there by the defense at the end.
Our linebackers have stepped up. We were kind of worried about the inexperience and how they're going to gel. They really kind of looked the part in the last couple games.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, you have, Friars has made some plays. You know, he's kind of bumped up. I mean, Ben Perry, we're going with a little bit of a hybrid, style linebacker. I mean, Jalen Alderman's he's been the guy in the middle,
Alderman, that wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think that they've had some good games.
We've had good overall linebacker play.
Yeah, I think so. Especially, I mean, and especially when you curve some with them. But listen, they have enough. And he mentioned it in there about Boston College. Mm-hmm. There's enough there now with you didn't play a full game on Saturday. There's enough there with Boston College, which we'll be able to get into all week. Mm-hmm. That definitely makes
you push Florida State to the limit.
Yeah, you've got to be locked in for this game coming up now too, which is I'm glad about because it was going to be. You beat them Boston College.
You didn't want another. You didn't want another blah Boston College pep rally game.
Yeah, and it's like they look good. They played their best game. He said they played their.
Are
best
you ready to come off your Boston College early season predictions, or you just kind of?
I mean, I still think you'll win. I mean, I think DraftKings has them around 14 favorite, 14-point favorite. I mean,
really?
I still think it's a game you're going to win, and it's at home, but it's one that you got to be ready for next. Mm-hmm. You're not just going to walk through. So, man, every time you hear him talk, though, it's like he's got it together. Mm-hmm. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
Things that are wrong, then they know.
Yeah. Like I said, conviction on the. You can hear it clear and decisive. Conviction on the passes. Making the right reads. You got to be committed to them. Using your legs. You got to make the right decision. After last game, I'll say I didn't know how much of that was going to be using his legs. And after I've seen him run a couple times, like the first game, I didn't like him trying to juke. He looked like he tried to shake a couple times. Like, dude, get out.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, he's big and strong enough to not get really hit hard. So I'm like, okay, so we're gonna be able to use his naked bootlegs a little more. When you really need the ball. Okay, sure. So the first down play, Jahar Jordan sealed the game.
Oh yeah. Oh, just fantastic play. I mean, you're going like your life depends on it, man. Like, I mean, did you see the way he dove?
Yeah, you called it a running play too. He put it in your hands.
Yeah, and Jahar
he knew exactly where the line was.
Yeah,
I will say that.
They were going to get the ball back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean,
they were going to go for 2 too.
Oh yeah, 100%. If Indiana would have scored,
if you come back from 21-0 and you score to tie the game, you definitely go for 2.
You 100% go for 2 there, and just to watch him get stopped, but have the wherewithal to say, no, I'm going to dive. I'm going to put the ball across the line, man. And I know where I'm at. I know where I need to get. And The running backs were just, they continue to be impressive.
And they complement each other. Are we like the only school with like multiple 100-yard rushers in the ACC or something? I tell you what, is this stat right?
Okay, I'm listening.
Jahar Jordan leading the ACC in rushing yards, and Jamari Thrash leading the wide receivers in the ACC in yards.
Sounds right. I mean, I don't know if that is right, but it sounds right. I mean, it's got to be close. I mean, Jamari Thrash.
Yeah, I think that was from a football account. Do you follow the football account, the Louisville football account? I'm listening.
No, I was just going to say, if Plummer hits him on that deep ball, I mean, he would have been dang near 200 yards in the first half. And Jamari Thrash caught another. That's one we don't talk about either. I mean, there was a holding call there, but it's like, man, I mean, they didn't hit him. I mean, he hit Thrash for what, a 47-yard touchdown. They got called back.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
he made a great. That's great balance over there too. I thought he was going to get crushed.
Good play all around. I mean, it was a good throw, good play. I mean, that was, you know.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like a Satterfield. I thought Satterfield was purposely kind of running up his yard numbers as a recruiting tool. It looks a lot more. It looks a lot more natural with these guys. I am looking for it maybe within the last couple of tweets.
I mean, it would sound right though. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a Kelly Dickey thing or I'm pretty sure. I won't. I put it this way: I saw that stat, and I'm not sure if it's right or not. It might have been somebody just saying we're the best. We got the best running backs and we got the best wide receivers. But yeah, and Brohm's history at Purdue, he put Purdue guys really up high on the numbers. I tell you what, we'll take our last commercial break. Good days with Marcus, maybe 939 Bill.
Another summer ending, and maybe you noticed this summer that your energy is lower and your workouts not so productive. Perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. And maybe your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. If you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial appointment includes a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 offices, Louisville and Cincinnati. Tri-State Men's Health, Promenic Restorative Health Practice.
As football season arrives, the DFH company wants to know, which are you more concerned about? Your AC unit getting to the goal line or your heating system making the opening kickoff? Right now, when you buy a complete Train system, receive 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
You've got ants inside the house, mosquitoes outside the house, moles burrowing in your lawn, and termites eating your house from inside out. You're completely surrounded. Luckily, OPC Pest Services has a 4 seasons program that can help. OPC has been providing quality pest services since
Guys, in the log, it says 5.
635 or visit OPC.
So literally every break. When we come back, just do one.
35.
Man, this is going to be a pain in the fucking ass.
Does your business need an upgrade in cybersecurity? Odds are, if you're a small business, you do, because that's where criminals prey.
You know, small businesses don't have the resources to prevent attacks. That's where our friends at Louisville Geek came in to help us. Not only did they upgrade our outdated computers, they made us safer from attacks.
Louisville Geek has been around for nearly 2 decades. They offer 24/7 support, and their online pricing calculator gives you transparent pricing. Use who we use at ESPN Louisville. Louisville Geek. LouisvilleGeek.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs.
Should be per read.
4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chicken.
I don't know. This maybe it's just because Steve was out last week and they want to make those up, but you did 2 a day, I think. So.
What about Four Pegs is? It's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
ready. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
This time of year is Louisville's time to shine. And whether it's the beautiful sights at the track, the crack of the baseball bat at a AAA baseball game, or just the natural beauty that is the Bluegrass State, you're always reminded that there's no better place to live than right here in the Ville. So when you make that choice to buy or sell a home, call a real estate agent that knows this area, that was born and raised in this area. Call Josh Jarbo. When working with Josh, you get a RE/MAX Properties East managing broker that has the knowledge, experience, and connections to make the home buying or selling process easier than ever before. So don't put it off any longer. Call Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590. That's 502-216-7590 and make Louisville or the surrounding area your home today.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned.
Hey, what you guys can do is during the actual commercial break, you can record one. Yeah, like do the live read during the commercial break. Yeah. No, yeah, no, I get it. I'm looking at this thing. No. I have no idea what's going on. I'm counting 6. Yeah. All right. So what I recommend. Yeah. No. I'm thinking I'll get with Phil and make sure this is okay, and we'll get. All right. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. We'll do it one day. You guys just do 5 reads, and then I'll make a rotator. I'll put those in the thing as a promo, and they'll be live. So that way, you guys will do. If you guys can do 2 live ones a show. So, oh no, it's obscene. But you do this. Is this going over the stream? All right. All right. Well, yeah. So that's what we'll do. So that's a good schedule. That way we'll get 3 an hour, and they'll all be live. And DraftKings is the best betting app there is. Everybody listening. Something like that. Give or take.
Here, Rich Eisen from the studios with interviews and the latest news around the NFL. Don't miss any of the action every week on Monday Night Football.
Coverage begins tonight at 7 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville.
Welcome back. It's Jason Marcus Raymond. 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Let me take a second to give a special thanks to one of the newest members of the team, Kentuckiana Pump Sales. For every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking of Indiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 35 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can call them right now, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Also, that's exciting. Something new, something fresh. Speaking of that, risky. We have a little bit of all that too, because coming soon, we're calling all sports fans here in Kentucky in just a few short weeks. DraftKings Sportsbook is going to be live right here in this state. That guy knows. Starting September 28th, you'll be able to bet on all your favorite sports from the comfort of right in your own home. You don't have to go anywhere. Just pull up the app, make the bets. To celebrate, all new customers are going to receive $200 on bonus bets on bonus bets and bonus bets on launch day. Using code what? Doville. We keep it real simple around here. 93.9 Doville. Just Doville. You don't even got to remember the first half. Just remember Doville. Made for Doville. 93.9 Doville. Everything's Doville around here. So just remember that. DraftKings Sportsbook is going to offer parlays, props, so much more on your favorite sports. You'll feel the thrill of the game like never before, so don't wait. Don't wait till the 28th. Go right now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Sign up with code THEVILLE. You'll get $200 in bonus bets once mobile sports betting goes live. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Coming soon to Kentucky with code THEVILLE. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 over. No young bucks trying to get in there and do your gambling. Wait till you're 18. Make that decision. Physically present in Kentucky, subject to regulatory and licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 7 days after they're issued. Bonus bets must be wagered one time, and stake is not included in the winnings. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/Kentucky.
Okay, so Steve,
speaking of parlays, Marcus, really quick. Speaking of parlays, our resident
you're fine, Steve.
No, I'm not. You can't point right behind me and then just think you're good. Our resident show statistician, Jeremy Woolman.
I'm listening.
Jahar Jordan is number one, and then it looks like Jamari Thrash is also number one. We'll see. Right behind Thrash is got Pitt, Wake Forest, Syracuse, Georgia Tech, Syracuse again. Behind Jordan is UNC's running back Wake, Garrett Schrader, the quarterback from Syracuse, Duke, and then Haynes, the running back Haynes, from Georgia Tech.
Did you see?
And then the quarterback from Boston College.
Did you see the Syracuse ball handling?
Football
to close the game.
Oh yeah. Oh, the fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody was as good as Donovan McNabb at that.
Or Stephon LaForce.
He was good. I'm putting Jack Plummer is almost to that category.
Okay. In what way?
Steve, do not tell me you didn't see Jack Plummer's handoff for Jahar Jordan make those two guys.
He finished his fake, I will say.
He finished his
fake.
And listen,
and it worked.
Don't do this.
You're
Steve.
right.
Listen, don't do that, Steve. You sat with me long enough. You know that guys who play out their fakes, I have a special place in my heart.
No, you complained about Malik for weeks.
Weeks?
Years. Months.
Years.
Hours.
Years. Centuries. It just, to me, it's like you're a piece of crap human if you don't do your face.
If you don't, there's no way you do other things in your life in
the right way,
a sensible
right,
manner.
Right. It's just like, hey, listen, playing out your face, or it's like, if your coach isn't getting on you about that, then it's like,
it's the coach.
Yeah, because the coach has to say, hey, every time you don't play out your fate, that's one more guy available to tackle him. Because he removed 2 guys from Jahar Jordan's path by simply playing out his fate.
I agree.
I was proud. I was very proud. Okay, so I was gonna try to come up with a slick transition. Speaking of fakes and pump fakes,
okay.
So we're almost to the 10-minute left, or we're at 11:40. And are you surprised that we haven't got a text message about a certain story that came out this weekend? Maybe an overseas element to the story. You still know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah.
Nikki, do you know anything about any stories coming out involving any overseas things?
No.
Texters, what are we talking about? 38, 31.
Assuming it's a recruiting.
Kind of.
No Louisville related stories having to do anything with overseas. Did you hear about?
I didn't hear anything. I was distracted all the time. Sorry. Got a viral call of an overtime winning goal for Louisville hockey.
Congrats.
Bourbon and Beyond.
Cowboys dominating.
Yeah, my Jets. Good God.
Gino beat y'all.
No, man.
Shout out to Nikki. I even have my blue mask on.
Hey, look at you.
The 85 Bears, the 2023 Cowboys.
1 and 1A.
I don't know which one's better.
I really did have my blue mask on.
Oh, you're yeah. That's awesome.
That died instantly.
That's a way to get people in really bad situations really fast.
Getting it right back on.
Let's tell everybody in Detroit to run around with a ski mask on. Oh boy. That's gonna be great. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Nikki. Looks like the Texas knows for you.
Yeah.
Guess what happened, Nikki?
What?
A report from Sam Vicente came out.
Should I just read it?
You should.
I'll just read.
Don't smile, Steve. Don't stop smiling. It's not funny.
He's cheesing right now.
It's not funny. I'm kidding. Parker Jackson Cartwright is making the Trenton Flowers point guard experience an absolutely miserable experience. Real struggle for Flowers to get the ball over half court right now. Doesn't have the handle to deal with high pressure point of attack defense yet. Flowers' team lost by 26. Flowers struggled on the ball, made a couple of threes, had a nice back cut, but the Flowers at point experiment did not go well. Honestly, I don't blame Flowers for it. He's not ready to play point in a pro league as a teenager. We joked about me smiling about it, which I'm not. It's really sad what's going to happen with his career. He's going to probably be a lottery pick. I don't think the kid fully wanted to go. Okay? Just my thoughts. He's going to get a lot. Jared West and guys like that are in that league.
I said that. That's the first person I thought of.
You're going to date Peter Jackson Cartwright or Parker Jackson Cartwright. He couldn't. Well, he was a heck of a player. Let me add. He couldn't get the ball over half court. It's 7 turnovers. I think he ended up with 8 points.
7 turnovers. And they do your plus minuses. They're harsh overseas.
Yeah.
Minus 26.
Minus 26 on the plus minus. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for him. It's sad that people in his life made this decision. And just, ugh.
Okay, well, this is the question I got to ask. Was it money or was it panic on the situation here and led to a panic move?
No, I it's hard to. I don't want to put it on them.
You don't want to speculate. Okay.
It's hard to say it's not money.
Yep.
I can't.
When you get money.
Yes, when you get money. Like I just can't fathom them feeling like that was a better decision.
Chris, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, Mayman Rummage?
Chilling.
Rummage. Are we going to waste time and play the rest of the NFL season, or are they just going to get the Cowboys a ring now?
I'm wondering. I'm starting to get curious. Yeah.
I feel like we're wasting time. People are getting hurt for no reason. Let's just give them the ring, and then everybody can regroup.
I tend to agree, but you know, but you know what? The joy is in the ride, Chris, and I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy the ride. You know, through the season.
I've never seen a cluster of emails, but if this happens, I promise I'll send Stephen A. Smith 1 million emails until he acknowledges me at the highest level.
I wonder what him and Shannon did today. What do they do together?
He told everybody just wait. Yeah. The same line he always has.
See, but it's different this year because for the first time, it's not about the Cowboys' offense. Actually, I'm a little upset at the Cowboys' offense. They should have scored 50 yesterday. At least.
Hey, that was the Jets' defense now.
I mean, they were on the goal line 5 times. They should have scored at least twice more.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
44, 45. Like,
but the first team that had the opening scoring drive on the Jets in a long time. Our offense is just fine. We'll be great. Our defensive linemen are waiting in the pocket for the quarterback. Like, hurry up and get back here so we can get this over with.
Yeah. No, I mean,
the Jets ran on it.
It's way different. But hey, I was in Indy. I was in Indy. I watched our guys.
Fumbled one.
Man, here's the thing that I'll say.
Okay.
It is good to be 3-0 and be nitpicking about the little things that we're missing, rather than to be like that other team that lost Miami, Ohio. I'm happy with us. I can't wait to get it going. I'll get off and I'll listen to you guys. See you Saturday at the game.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Cincinnati, you can't lose to Miami, Ohio.
That's pretty pathetic, man.
First time in 16, 17 years?
Yep.
Can't lose.
Ben Roethlisberger ain't walking through that door. It's the only player I can think of.
I mean, you know, I was gonna make fun of him. I was trying to make fun of him, but then I'm like, nah, that's not all I got.
The text line. The text line. Couldn't wait for that one.
Oh yeah. Like, hey.
Yeah, the Trenton Flowers thing. It is not surprising. And
we're Cowboys.
I like I said, I'm not gonna call it. He got plenty of time to get better. A whole lot of time to get better.
It's just though I think it's another one where
but he's in a bad situation. He put himself in a very challenging situation.
Yeah.
You know, you can't hide him at the point guard spot.
No,
you cannot hide.
No. And the thing is, it sucks because
and you got a target on your back. And they know you're a kid.
Yeah, but here
and usually Americans are the guys that play that spot.
If he stays here and plays, though, the problem is it stinks because he would have been a big help if he had played the position, you know, and said, "Hey, no, you're gonna handle the ball a lot. And where we're gonna play you,
you're gonna handle the ball where you're comfortable at, though,
yeah.
Not in uncomfortable spots." And then I see him, man, he got good legs, man. Mm-hmm. His legs are getting stronger and stronger. And I'm like,
it's very unfortunate situation.
Yeah, he would have been a good athletic guy to have on. And yeah, nobody's saying you can't do the other things. You can't shoot, you can't rebound, you can't run, you can't defense. But the point guard thing is just you weren't ready for it.
But I will say, with this, probably the last time I ever talk about Trent Flowers.
I don't believe that. Sorry, Trent. I don't believe that.
We did get a basketball video this weekend.
Ready? Thing just got announced.
Yeah, the lunch.
Tip off luncheon.
Yep. Tip off luncheon.
Passing along some things. Ladies ball is a tough one against Stanford. But you take these off early to get ready for the championship run.
Stanford's no joke either. Like,
No, yeah, they're really good.
Stanford. What's it, October 9th? The luncheon?
Why is everybody saying? I didn't say the 49ers were not good. 5 people in the messages like, 49ers are gonna. Okay, they're good. What do you want to say? God.
I don't want to jinx it. I'm up. I'm touching the money. I'm up like 40 on Jeffries in fantasy this week.
Ooh. I think I'm up going into tonight.
Got the Saints defense tonight, which hopefully they'll put up a couple points.
I don't know about how much. It looked as though I was going to be okay. I'm going to have to fail.
No.
Sad, man. But
yeah, I can't be getting -6 out of Detroit.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Hey, look, you know what? I picked Dallas's defense. Oh, and where's Jack Grossman, by the way?
I mean, isn't I feel like round 5 is a little early for Zay Flowers, isn't it?
His voice got even higher since he's been in Atlanta.
Yeah, son, let me pick.
Is that what he hit you with?
Yeah, look,
that was a nasty throw, man.
I picked Zay Flowers, feel like early,
yep.
and a couple people were like, "Dang, man, I kind of wanted him."
Yeah, but I think round 4 and 5 is a little early.
It's like, okay, well, don't pick him then.
Yeah, just stay out of the way, sit over that side.
Yeah, cool. I'm on my way to 2-0.
What is Jack?
But Biscuit's still got a shot today, though. So I'm up 116-90. I don't even know what Jack is. It's good.
That's a good question.
I was just say, yeah. What are we?
What's our boy Jet? Well, I mean, it's only week 2, but
yeah. Jameer Gibbs, he's about to get benched. Yeah, he's that was a waste of a pick.
Okay, so
Grossman won week 1.
I'm about to start Swift over. I don't want to start an Eagle, but Gibbs, dude. I'm like, son, I could have had Najee Harris, and I went with Gibbs. Like, you're an idiot.
I'm in your ear. Can you guys give me a DK, and then we'll get out of here?
I can remind everybody. I can do my best to remind everybody. People, this thing has been a long time in the making. There's a lot of people who worked really hard to make something like this happen. So before we get out of here, let me remind
Yoda
one last time, calling all sports fans in Kentucky in just a few short weeks. DraftKings Sportsbook will be live in your state starting September 28th. You'll be able to bet on all your favorite sports from the comfort of your own home with DraftKings. And to celebrate, all new customers will receive $200 in bonus bets on launch day when you sign up today using promo code THEVILLE. DraftKings Sportsbook app offers parlays, props, and so much more on all your favorite sports. You'll feel the thrill of the game like never before. Do not wait. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with the code THEVILLE. Get $200 in bonus bets once mobile betting goes live. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook coming soon to Kentucky with code THEVILLE. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 over. Physical present in Kentucky. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Bonus bets must be wagered one time, and stake is not included in the winnings. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/Kentucky.
Yoda real fast.
What do we got online?
Yoda.
Fire away, my man.
Hey, you 3-0. So happy to be 3-0.
I'll take it.
We have an opportunity in front of us, and Jeff Brohm knows it. Look around the country. Has anybody really been that impressive? Talent's everywhere. Y'all can say it or not. Indiana, they have some athletes on their defense. And that number 12 Powell, that kid is tough. They're gonna end up beating some people. Y'all might laugh at that, but that defense is fast, and I see that team beating some teams. And we haven't really been on par. You know what I'm saying? Shaking off all the mistakes, and even the players recognize.
Oh yeah, we're gonna die.
Myself, man, we better than this. They even know it. So what I see is good coaching.
The fuck is he going?
Can bring adversity that the team's facing up out, and that's what happened. That's what happened in the second half.
Seriously, where's Phil going?
14 points. If Louisville's defense can give up 14 points for the rest of the season, I'll be happy with that. You got to take your hat off to the boys, man. You got to take your hat off to the boys. Hey, man, show up for BC. Hells up, go Cards. I'm out.
Always 8150-93.9 is always the number. 3831-93.9 is always the text line. YouTube channels normally made for the bill. Middays of Marcus Raven, 93.9 the bill.